Hello, I am Kodili-nye, the son of wonderful. Welcome back to another round of vlogging, and I do believe that you will also join us in this vlog and help to share this video all around, because what we are going to talk is something very important and something that can also help to elevate our homeland and make our homeland a better place, and also is explosive. And some of you might not know about this, but I'm going to show you that we mean business in this channel, because we go deeper to make sure that we bring out something that will bring our homeland, make it the best. Before we continue, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Before we upload or offload our what we got today, let's first of all listen to Professor Charles Soludo, the governor of Anambra State, recently during the launching of the initiative on security in the state. And when we come back, we now begin to make expose about what is happening, because there is something that people has not realized over the years, that there are agenda to bring Anambra State down, and this has been cooking for some time, but many people did not realize that. But we are here to tell you how this has been fashioned, and you will understand that it's something that we need to sit up and do something urgently and stop this. Stay tuned. Let's just watch and listen to Professor Charles Soludo. Stay tuned.
Armies of criminals, a kind that Anambra has never seen before, but we must prevail. So all collectively confront the warped ideology and agitation that lead many amongst us to view security personnel as the enemy and the criminals as the liberators, who contribute food and money and send to the criminals in the bushes are part of the problem, and we will begin to treat them as collaborators and criminals. There is no community that they can succeed in doing this without the complicity of the indigenes of that community. I call on everyone, the town unions, the clergy, the traditional rulers, and all civil society organizations to join in deconstructing the dangerous narratives that legitimize this criminality. For our long-term survival, we must rise up and fight together. If you see or know something, say or do something. On our part as government, we rest assured that we are determined to take the criminals head on and quadruple our efforts in security. We are ready to fight. Now you have a window of opportunity. Come out. We will help to reintegrate you into the society. But where you refuse, stay there. We are coming. The Anambra, we have signed a new law. Let's begin the implementation immediately. Almighty God, who sees our hearts and what, will grant us victory. And in the end, Anambra will win. God bless Nigeria. God bless Anambra State.
Yes, you had Soludo. That's why what ideology, what I call in this channel an evil ideology, to bring down Anambra State, to totally destroy Anambra State. And you heard from Governor Soludo about this. This is a reaction video. There is a plan. Onwelo atụmatụ akpalụ for some years ka ha mebie Anambra State. There are a lot of plans. I could remember some years ago, I think 3 or 4 years ago, almost, when 3 years ago, I would say, when there was incident of this, when those guys started this sit at home, And I had some of them saying, oh, these Anambra State people, that they are stubborn, blah, 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 that if they are not going to do this thing, we will now make the state very ungovernable. And, because a lot of people in Onitsha were not observing this wicked act of, stopping the school children going to school, stopping closing the businesses, destroying the economic, people in Anambra, was totally against it, because they think that this is not what we can allow, because allowing it will create the population of Anambra State and Igbo, and it also cause a lot of crime, which we are now seeing. So, but these people, they flooded the place and started causing, a lot of things. And that's how this plan was started. They started hashing it. And suddenly, habidona amonye so no oku na emebisi ihe na echi serious warning to ndị nke chọrọ resist. I could remember in Obunike and some other towns, some of the boys, the homeland boys said, no, we can't take this nonsense in our homeland. And some of them were threatened. Some of them were threatened and all those things in the way to bring down the state. And a lot of people were naive. They didn't understand this, that there is a plan basically to stop Anambra State moving forward and at the same time stop the Igbos moving forward. And a lot of people ignorantly fall for that lies. And some of those people were thinking, oh, but maybe we are trying to liberate our homeland. We are trying to... They don't know that these people were not actually liberators of the homeland, but they are people that are trying to bring us back to what we have rejected before. It's like a person that has rejected darkness, now being drawn into from the light that he has accepted back to square one, into darkness. And suddenly what you saw is that litany of our people, a lot of people started in the villages. They started bringing out a lot of mkpụrụ mmiri. Fabido na-ekesa mkpụrụ mmiri na villages dị iche iche. So by that mkpụrụ mmiri, suddenly a lot of young boys in our villages, suddenly they don't walk anymore. Suddenly crime started increasing. Igbu mmadụ bido, ụfọdụ na-etigbu mama ha, ọtụtụ na-eme. So suddenly they started they go to be telling the people, oh, if you bring, there is okite. That once you bring these things, this thing started rising. You saw in many places in Oba, in many of the villages in Anambra, suddenly some of these people started coming up and they started advertising their project in Facebook everywhere. And where are they targeting these things? Anambra State. And so many things. There was records of a lot of landlords that noticed that the house they rented to some tenants has been turned into a place for this fetishism, and where a lot of incantation were being done. So suddenly some of, and in these places they are doing all those things. One of the things you will notice is that a lot of young boys with dreadlocks, with calories on their head, and they behave abnormal. They behave abnormal, both the girls, both the boys, and their incidents of mkpulumili. So a lot of things, they behave abnormal, and they are quick to, they are very angry. All the time they are angry. So you saw that suddenly these things started happening. And as they were grooming all those people, nobody knows that they were grooming army of people that will eventually force the people from coming out from their home. So people didn't know that this is going to help to destroy part of our commerce and industry in Anambra State. The government of Anambra was naive then, the people of Anambra were also naive. They did not see these things coming. Some of us was warning about it, that this is not, something has to be done urgently, because if nothing is done, things are going to happen. And a lot of them started spreading their own ideology, telling the people, oh, you need to, ndoka, the Christianity bo alusindocha, that we need to take back our homeland, we need to take Anambra State from Ndoka and Ankawajimenka. So they started replacing a lot of things and forcefully harassing everybody. Whenever you say something, I could remember one of the priests. We had so much crime in one of the town I don't want to mention, and they called one of the priests to help out. When the priest came, those people were so militant. They mobilized, and they mobilized forcefully. Even in the night, they went to steal the musical instrument for the crusade, to frustrate the whole thing from happening. So the Christian organization has to provide better security. At the end of the day, they were subdued because they reinforced themselves with so much charms and all those things, and they were said no, it can't happen. Eventually they were subdued by the grace of God. So that's what was happening. And when these things was happening, even on the Oka, no project in the local Soludo things, we've been saying about it. I know big mansion, go chiana, go kwana nine. Forgetting that, when these things were happening, that agenda of bringing Anambra State and our people down was being hashed. Nekwensu na-achụ mkpụrụ obi, ndị ụka na-achụ project, na-achụ nnukwu ụka. That's what was happening. So there was agenda to cripple Anambra State. So because remember, we are talking about Akuluno. So, and the population in Anambra State started growing before these things happened. There was Akuluno. People were building businesses. A lot of things started happening in Anambra State. But when this thing happened, this thing arrested a lot of them. Some of the people started moving to Asaba, moving back to Lagos, where they were running from, because the insecurity spread, and the government of Anambra was so docile, was putting on defensive mantra. Anybody that talk about, look at the government must come up and lead the fight, the government will say, that you are not saying the honest truth, everything is fine, and everything is fine. And many of the PGs and the ways of many towns cannot even control their own town. These people has taken over most of the town. I could remember one of the town, the Igwe has to run away, because some of the towns started, okay, if these people are coming with this, let's go and mobilize our own fetishism to do the job. A lot of the towns that did this, the Igwe has to run away as well. Because you can't use darkness to fight darkness. The light, use light to overcome darkness. So even the governor tried when he started with his mouth and said, open up the businesses, because he didn't understand initially the gravity of what the failure of government has caused. He said, people, open your markets. He came many times. Nobody can open the market because they know that even the government cannot guarantee their safety. So the state was losing money, losing investors, a lot of things. That's why in Anambra Investment Summit 2024, one of the guys that was talking about it, that the government need to deal with this security, blah, blah, blah. Suddenly they took off the mic from him. They cut off that place immediately. That's why people did not watch most of the things. It's one of the managing director of a big oil company operating in Anambra State. If you watch that video, you see what had happened. Because they think that he's undermining the government. So, not only that, the opposition in Anambra was not actually helpful as well. They were not showing patriotic zeal. They're basically demarketing the state. I could remember one of the top man of them, instead of actually working for the state, the little he's trying to do, he was politicizing it. A lot of them talking down on the state. Some of them are not showing patriotism. Everybody cannot be a governor in the first place. If the governor is failing, why not suggest ways and say, okay, do this and do that? That's what opposition should be doing. But they don't. Rather, they demarketing Anambra, say, oh, Anambra is a no-go area, and they are playing into the hands of those people that want to destroy the state. So what we are here to talk is, there was an agenda to bring down the state. So, meaning that if we don't fight together, like the governor said, we run the risk of the state completely. If this thing would have continued into 2025, I'm telling you, the state would have lost quite a lot of people in the state, because a lot of people would have moved away, like what has been happening. So we need to do something, because some of our villages are basically left, let me not just say left empty. I'll give you instances. A lot of the towns, if you go to those towns, maybe the towns that used to have like 5,000 people in there that are mostly indigenous, a lot of the indigenous people there have gone. Some of them have maybe remaining 1,000 person or 500. Other people you see there are people coming from other areas. And these are people, some of them also helping to bring about this insecurity in the state and bringing down Anambra State. So we must rise up. We must bring the good days of the state. We must make the state to recover again. We must do whatever we can to make sure that this plan will not succeed again. It might have succeeded to an extent, but ndị behind seta agbogbo ostademma odiloma gawa anyuko mamele ogba ofufu man na igwe bike. We must take back our homeland. We must make our homeland the best and a livable homeland. So that's what we need to do. And how can we do these things? By making sure that we don't allow things that are not part of our custom, not part of our culture. Because people that are going around telling people that if you bring Okite, if you bring these things, money will be flowing. Think about the litany of people that are roaming about saying that Nahabunde Yahu. And we condone this. We condone this. Young boy is doing nothing. Asunu no on happy. Instead of finding wepo handori. Same mba, obuni nwere ihe na-eme na ya achụ gị na community a. Onye ndị Igbo esi nwe mmalụ ndị Igbo. Ife a abụrụ omenala Igbo. Ụmụ nwoke na-akwụghalị onwere onye chọrọ ịlụ ọrụ. So, and this has completely destroyed our homeland. Onye mere ịchọ ịlụ ụlọ kịta na ana Igbo anyị na Anambra State. Ị na-achọ ndị ga-alụlụ gị mesin ị ga-ahụ. Ị na-achọ ndị ga-alụ POP ị ga-ahụ. Ị na-achọ ndị ga-ebulu gị blọk ọ ndị ga-akpụ blọk ị ga-ahụ. Kedu ndị na-alụzi ha? Ọtụtụ ndị mbịambịa. Maka gịnị mere? Because ndị a emebisigo ewelugo mkpụrụ mmiri mechaa ndị ụfọdụ ụmụ nwoke anyị ụmụ nwaanyị anyị ka ha bụrụ ndị na n'iyi. Ụfọdụ nọzi na-agba ashawo. So, and ihe dị na ya bụ na ụfọdụ ndị a na-eme ihe a bịalije na-alụnye ụlọ akụ, ụlọ họteelụ na ebe dị iche iche ime obodo, wee na-ekpote ndị na-eme ihe alụwa niile, wee na-ekpokọju ebe niile. And kedu ihe merụ? Maka na ha maalụ na gọọmenti abụrụ gọọmenti, na gọọmenti adịghị enyochasị ụmụ ihe ndị a niile. O nwere oge anyị kwuru n'ofu obodo dị nso n'Ọnịcha, o bidoro afọ ya bido na wee na-alụkasị ụlọ ahụ ebe niile. Ndị mmadụ na-asị na ndị ashawo, ndị yawo na ha dị in hundreds, thousands, ha nchejuo ebe a. na-apụta ụtụtụ ha na-aṅụ mmanya, na-ezu mgbede ha na-ezu ma ori, na-eme ihe dị iche iche. Mana ndị gọọmenti achọrọ ịma, ndị obodo achọkwuru ịma, onye ọbụla rapịa si na mmepe. Ife a bụ ihe na-emebisila anyị Anambra. Anyị ga-ekuni ka anyị dozie ebe anyị. Anyị nwere obodo ọzọ. Ọ bụzikwa anyị nwa bụ ndị Anambra. Ka anyị kunie dozie ebe anyị. We must rebuild our homeland. We must make it good again. Because Chukwu kwụ anyị n'azụ. Ọ bụ onye kwe, chi ekwe. That's why I'm here tonight and today to say to you, our charity begins at home. Let's rebuild our homeland. I don't know what's your own opinion about this. This is a passionate plea, and I do believe that this exposure of plans to destroy the state will not work because the game is up. We thank God also that the government of Anambra is beginning to wake up. But there are more to be done by you and by me. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and see you in the next one, and God bless you. Bye.